Vitamin D has important effects on the entire body. However, despite its significance, many individuals simply don't seem to get enough of it. Today, we are looking into what are the signs of vitamin D deficiency. Approximately 1 billion people globally, including over 40% of adults in America, lack adequate vitamin D levels. Why is this happening? Well, actually, vitamin D is only found in very few foods, and the majority of it is actually made by your skin in response to UV radiation from the sun, which is why it's sometimes referred to as the sunshine vitamin. It is difficult to distinguish between symptoms that may or may not be caused by low vitamin D levels. This makes it challenging to diagnose a patient that lacks or has an insufficiency of vitamin D. Now, here are some indicators that you probably need more vitamin D in your diet. Before we go into it though, a brief request from us. If you find value in these sorts of content, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss our valuable content on health. Now, off to the first sign of vitamin D deficiency. Number 1. Frequent and recurring infections. Your immune system's health is directly correlated with your vitamin D levels. Your immune system remains robust and is able to fight off infections and diseases as it is supposed to when your body can process sufficient levels of vitamin D. Serious effects can arise if this essential vitamin isn't consumed enough. Your immune system may become significantly weakened, making you more susceptible to recurrent infections and chronic illnesses. Number 2. Sleeping problems. It has been found out that vitamin D also contributes to sound sleep at night. The research appears to link the quality of your sleep with vitamin D levels. Though the exact relationship between sleep and vitamin D is not yet clear, the vitamin D receptors in the brain that regulate sleep may play a role in this connection. Insufficiently fed receptors perform less effectively than they should, and this may result in restless sleep or the beginnings of insomnia. Number 3. Muscle pain. In order to sustain muscle function, vitamin D is crucial. Vitamin D reaches your muscles after being digested and ensures normal muscular contraction. This is essential for developing muscle strength as well. However, low vitamin D levels may be to blame for muscle soreness that isn't brought on by physical activity. In fact, studies have shown that vitamin D insufficiency is frequently to blame for persistent muscle discomfort that does not improve with treatment. Number 4. Anxiety. Anxiety disorders are associated with vitamin D insufficiency. According to one study, patients with anxiety and depression had reduced levels of calcidol, a type of vitamin D. In a different study, it was discovered that pregnant women with optimal vitamin D levels may have less anxiety, have better quality of sleep, and may be even less likely to experience postpartum depression. Number 5. Slow wound healing. If you get hurt and it takes a while for your wounds to heal, your body may not have enough vitamin D. Because vitamin D is essential for rebuilding skin, healing will go considerably more slowly if you don't receive enough of it. This can be particularly troublesome following surgery and can also lead to more obvious scars. Number 6. Tiredness or fatigue. We have a propensity to assign exhaustion to a variety of different causes. Thus, this symptom is frequently ignored. Having said that, your body needs vitamin D to produce energy, and the deficiency in it can leave you feeling exhausted and lethargic all day. You might engage in harmful habits that are bad for your health as a result of this lack of energy. So pay attention to your body. You might only need to take in more vitamin D if you notice that you are feeling lethargic and are unable to determine why. Number 7 is excessive body weight. It is thought that vitamin D improves your body's capacity to absorb vital nutrients such as calcium, which is necessary for both a healthy metabolism and strong bones. Your body burns calories as a result. According to research, the body needs more vitamins when a person is obese since there is more fat tissue present. In addition, persons with wider waistlines have difficulty converting vitamin D into a more usable form, and they might require up to 3 times as much vitamin D to maintain healthy levels. Number 8 is hair loss. Hair health may be impacted by a variety of diets and nutrients. A sickness or vitamin shortage may be to blame for severe hair loss, even though stress is a major cause of hair loss. Despite the paucity of studies, low vitamin D levels in women are associated with hair loss. According to studies, alopecia areata an autoimmune condition marked by dramatic hair loss, is associated with low vitamin D levels. In a study that involves individuals with this illness, literature have stated that more severe hair loss was linked to lower vitamin D levels. Another assessment revealed a possible inverse link between vitamin D levels and non-scarring hair loss. In other words, the study found less hair loss the higher the vitamin D levels were, and vice versa. Number 9 is low mood. Your mood is impacted by vitamin D, which is crucial for the health of your brain. Your brain has vitamin D receptors in the regions related to mood. Moreover, your brain cells may consequently be adversely impacted by low vitamin D levels. Although further research is needed, there is evidence that suggests vitamin D may boost the levels of some monoamine-containing neurotransmitters in the brain. These include feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. You may feel down and even depressed if your brain isn't producing enough of these compounds. This explains why a lot of people experience seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, which is brought on by a relative shortage of sunlight throughout the winter and affects a lot of people's moods. Number 10 is low endurance. Low levels of vitamin D may be to blame if you are physically active but notice that your endurance is waning for no obvious reason. Vitamin D is essential for sustaining and boosting energy, as it is indicated in the previous point. Even if they receive enough sunlight each day, physically active persons can nevertheless experience decreased endurance. Fortunately, if this vitamin deficit is the cause, once your levels are back to normal, your endurance will immediately improve. Number 11 is dizziness. Your ear's ability to operate properly depends on vitamin D. Research has shown that the calcium channel transport systems in the inner ear contain vitamin D receptors. These aid in preserving a healthy calcium balance. You may suffer abrupt episodes of dizziness or a spinning sensation, as well as nausea, among other unpleasant symptoms when calcium crystals positioned in your inner ear become loose. There is a lot of evidence connecting this illness, known as benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, to low vitamin D levels. Last on our list is number 12, painful bones. Once you reach maturity, your bones stop growing, yet new bone tissue is constantly replacing the old. A severe vitamin D shortage can cause bones to weaken, since vitamin D is essential for maintaining bone tissue repair. Osteomalacia, often known as adult rickets, is a disorder that can result in osteoporosis. Knowing how to distinguish between bone pain and muscle pain is crucial because they frequently resemble one another. Physical exercise can make muscle discomfort worse and is typically localized in one area. However, aching bones are frequently experienced as deep, widespread pain. Well, although vitamin D deficiency is a widespread problem in the world, there are some variables that can make having low vitamin D levels even more likely. As you are undoubtedly aware, exposure to sunlight causes the body to manufacture vitamin D. This means that you spend a lot of time indoors or at home or at work, live in an extremely northern or southern latitude, or wear overly concealing apparel, you run the danger of having low vitamin D levels. The higher levels of melanin in people with darker skin are actually intended to defend against excessive exposure to UV radiation. Thus, these people naturally make less vitamin D. Nevertheless, it's crucial to have your blood levels evaluated if you believe you might be vitamin D deficient. The good news is that it's typically simple to treat a vitamin D deficit. You can increase your exposure to sunlight, eat more foods fortified with vitamin D such as cereal, or simply take a supplement. You may even include vitamin D-rich foods in your diet, including fatty fish, which is amazing and has great health benefits. We hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have any questions and queries, do ask us in the comment sections below. Always be reminded that this video is primarily for information and we do not claim to provide any medical advice. Do look into checking up with your own private physician if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Be sure to find personalized healthcare that will fit you and your lifestyle choices. Additionally, do leave us a like, subscribe, and click the bell button to receive information on our new health-related videos. If you want to watch more of our content, check out this video in the lower right corner. You can also check out our playlist of related content right here. Anyway, see you later and thank you for watching.